Please click the bell icon next to the subscribe button as you can see here to be the first to get all the updates from Dino's Vault.
Can you hear my heartbeat calling? Can you feel the love we're falling? Just take my hand and take me home tonight. Throwing caution to the wind, I'll take a chance and let you in. Just take my hand and take me home tonight.
Hey there guys, welcome to Dino's Vault, and today I review the all-new Royal Enfield Classic 500 Stealth Black color variant. This is the best color variant in my personal opinion to have ever introduced for the Classic series of bikes from Royal Enfield. Now what's sad though is that this Stealth Black or Matte Black color variant is only available for the Classic 500 as of now. This isn't available for Classic 350. However, we do get this new gunmetal grey color variant which is exclusively available for the Classic 350, and I'll feature that bike soon as well. So what's new with this new Stealth Black Classic 500? Well, what's obvious first is the new all black theme adopted by Royal Enfield for the first time ever, I guess. But believe me guys, this matte black color really takes the visual appeal of this bike to a different level altogether. I was out on the streets testing this bike, and believe me, almost every other head turned and remained turned as they saw this new Stealth Bomber go past them in its all new dark demeanor. It looks stealthy, modern and really haunting, as if someone has run a spell of black magic on this bike. It almost feels like the Ghost Rider's bike minus the fire. We now get the rims painted in black, the headlamp housing now gets the all black treatment, the handlebar now comes in black, the exhaust is painted in all black and looks quite cool, the engine gets the all black theme, and the overall paint finish seems very impressive as such. So what else is the good news to rejoice about? Well, we now also get a 240mm rear disc as standard, which wasn't the case earlier. Maybe this will pave the way for Royal Enfield to later introduce ABS once it becomes mandatory. Apart from this, everything else, every spec, every detail remains identical to the preceding model. Now what continues to be really annoying are the vibrations on the handlebar that are so severe that you can barely see who's following you on the rear view mirror. The seating is okay. I wouldn't say it is the most comfortable seating in its price range. The seat for the Himalayan is light years ahead in terms of comfort. Also, the fueling doesn't seem to be precise considering this is a fuel injected model. There's no stuttering as such, but it doesn't feel smooth enough. The clutch feel is okay and the gear shifts are quite convenient thanks to the heel and toe gear shifter. The bike feels very rough and full of vibrations lower down in the RPMs, but once we climb up the RPM and shift on to the top gear, the bike starts feeling a lot smoother. The mid-range feels to be the comfort zone of this bike, and that's what one would expect from a retro classic tourer. This is not a sports bike to expect a ballistic top end, but what has worked and always will work for Royal Enfield is the magical feel that the bike offers, the vintage feel with the right blend of modern elements, the pride of owning an immortal machine, the richness that defines the age-old legacy of the brand, and the crude and raw feel that underscores the spirit of pure motorcycling, a similar feeling that we get when we listen to unplugged music. No synthesizers, no additional programming, no digital effects or voice filters, just pure music that sounds divine. Now this bike offers that divine feel despite not being perfect. It doesn't feel left behind despite not offering state-of-the-art electronics. Times may change and several bikes may come and go, but Royal Enfield will always be something special, a motorcycle that touches your heart and moves your soul. Royal Enfield bikes are like Michael Jackson's music. People would listen to his songs even a century down the line. That's exactly the case with Royal Enfield bikes, because even your grandson would love to ride a Royal Enfield when he grows up. Now, quickly looking at the engine specs, we get a single cylinder, 4-stroke, air-cooled, fuel-injected 499cc engine that puts out a max power of 27.2 bhp at 5250 rpm and a max torque of 41.3 Newton meters at 4000 rpm, and this comes mated to a 5-speed gearbox. Now, looking at the brakes, we get a 280mm disc with 2 piston calipers up front. At the back, we get a 240mm disc with single piston caliper. The brakes are decent enough for the kind of ride feel this bike has on offer. Suspension wise, again the setup is slightly stiffer. We get 35mm telescopic forks with 130mm of travel up front. At the back, we get twin gas charged shock absorbers with 5-step adjustable preload and 80mm of travel. The good thing about this is that it doesn't bottom out easily, but a slightly softer setup would have enhanced the comfort in my opinion. Also, the seat could do with a better quality foam. Now, talking about the tires, we get a 90x90 19-inch tire up front and a 120x80 18-inch tire at the back. As a result, the bike offers good straight line stability at cruising speeds, and the vibrations also die down at cruising speeds in the top gear. Ground clearance is 135mm, and the bike did manage to clear the average size speed breakers without scraping its bottom. Seat height is 800mm, not so great for shorter riders to feel comfortable, but I believe average height riders and taller riders would feel more comfortable on this bike. Tank capacity is 13.5 liters, which results in an okay-ish tank range, but I feel they can offer a larger tank because most of them prefer to go touring on this bike. The bike weighs 194 kgs wet, which is on the heavier side, but you don't really feel the weight once you're up and running. The bike does feel well balanced while taking sharp U-turns as well. Mileage wise, the user feedback at the showroom is 25 to 30 kmpl for this bike, quite reasonable for a 500cc bike I guess. Price ex-showroom Hyderabad for this new Classic 500 Stealth Black Edition is Rs 1,83,972. Well, that's pretty much it for now. I just hope you found this video useful. Until next time, this is Dino saying ciao. Take care, God bless and ride safe.